Hi, it's Art, short for Artemy, and you can find me at CU Artist pretty much everywhere. Since today's video was pretty much all line art, I was thinking about vector layers and how I did not know how they worked for a very long time. And that led me down like a train of thought about thinking about various programs and stuff that I've used over the years. And I just wanted to chat about that, because I've definitely grown a lot as I've switched which tablet I use or which program, but I don't necessarily believe it is because of the tablet or the program that you have. I really do think it is because I'm so excited about a new thing. I just practice so much more trying to get used to it. So I tend to have a jump in skill whenever I switch to a new, not really a medium, it's still digital art, but when I got, okay, I'll do a little history. My first digital art definitely was a decrease in skill because it was a Wacom Bamboo Create, one of the no screen whatsoever, and it definitely took me a lot more to get anything worthwhile with the digital art. And also I was using Photoshop Elements, which was not really good for anything. And then eventually I started using Paint Tool Sai, which that did give me a lot more benefit, I would say, than Photoshop Elements did, because they had actual paint brushes. So that definitely was a program that did improve me, but I was more excited to do digital art when I got that program. So it really was, I was practicing more in addition to it being a better program. Then in 2017, I purchased my first screen tablet. It was absolutely massive, though. I didn't realize it was a diagonal screen measurement, and it was huge, and I couldn't really take it anywhere. I started using Clip Studio Paint in 2015, but I didn't know much about the program at all. Thanks for Drawfee's episode about Clip Studio Paint, because I learned so much about how things work, and I was like, oh, I have this program, I'm using this program, but I had no idea that vector layers could be moved afterwards, and the eraser tool is so good. Yeah, but got Clip Studio Paint in 2015, didn't really use it a ton because my tablet was falling apart eventually. And I did get better with the screen tablet because I was so excited that I could actually see what I was drawing, and was getting a lot better with that. And then I got an iPad, not a Pro, just a basic iPad, and Apple Pencil because I wanted to be able to travel and do art, and I really could not with it was a Huion screen tablet that was just absolutely huge. So I got my iPad in 2018 and used it for notes in college, as well as doing a lot of just so much doodling in there. And I used Procreate, and yeah, I played with so much stuff in that program just because it was so easy to use and portable. I also improved a lot, but it was, once again, I do think the brushes in there are definitely, the brushes are so nice. So that gave me more of the art that I wanted. I loved the traditional look always, but I really could not figure out how to make it happen with the things I was using. So I honestly maybe would have kept working with the iPad, but I needed my files to be a lot bigger than what they were, since I am eventually planning on printing my comic, and Procreate files weren't giving me a lot of layers when I had a large file like that, and I needed the layers. So I ended up getting into Clip Studio Paint because I knew that's what I wanted to use for the comic, since it has so much capability for comic making. And then I ended up getting a different Huion tablet. It's the Canvas 13, which is so much more reasonably sized. It works as a dual monitor instead of just mirroring the monitor, so I can look at references on one page or just be watching a video. And yeah, so that's, I believe I got that in 2020 or 2021. So there's definitely aspects of new programs and technology that are improving the things, but it really is also just, I'm so excited about the new things that I have that I work so much harder at working on them. Something I think is worth noting is how long it took me to do the first 3 chapters, and how much faster it is going, because the first 3 chapters of Farragon I was relearning everything about Clip Studio Paint, really, as well as trying to figure out which brushes I wanted to use. So learning a new program takes so much time. It took me like 7 months to complete the first 3 chapters, kind of. And that's not I already had the rough drafts for the second 2 chapters long done, but I was like figuring out what makes the most sense. How can I make it look the way I want to in the quickest way possible? So it truly is going so much faster now that I have a process, and it's always going to be evolving. I'm always going to be finding faster ways to do things, but truly, like, it is going so much quicker. I also did a comic in between finishing the first 3 chapters versus starting the others. I wanted to come out with a comic, so I had to do that before Pride Month. So that was still more comic practice and still in Clip Studio Paint. So yeah, I just thought that was going to be fun to talk about and chat about. I definitely do think there are some aspects of getting new technology that will, just because it has more options, will be better, but you truly can kind of, if you just put that more time in, I do think you can improve a lot just by drawing more. But for me, if it does make sense for me to get that new technology, so I will go faster, because there's just certain things that it's like, yeah, I need this to be more portable so I can do this easier. So yeah, I'm definitely fortunate that I have the ability to do that. Yeah, so that is all I really have to say. I hope this was something. I hope my little blathering on about my various tablets and such was at least fun to listen to while you're working. Yeah, thanks for listening. Hope to see you tomorrow.